What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at something completely stupid, absolutely unnecessary. It's another one of these situations where people just, I feel like they get ahead of themselves a little bit and they just act ignorant for the sake of being ignorant. Now, especially here in the United States, since the pandemic started, we've seen kind of like this division in the country about masks. Masks, which I feel like should not be a topic that people are really divided on, has become like a political concept, right? Like, just because I'm going to be pro-mask in this video, people are going to dislike it. And they're going to be mad that I took that stance, which is absolutely insane to me that people care that much. But we've seen kind of like these pro-mask versus anti-mask clashes happening ever since the pandemic once again started. And this is an example of one of them that honestly, it should have never happened, obviously. But how do you put yourself in this position, man? How do you put yourself in this situation and like think that you're in the right, think that you're being cool? I don't know. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on into the video.
Fuck the mask! Fucking it, and I got corona. Yeah, what's up?
All right, these three lovely ladies in the back seat definitely giving off some intelligent vibes. We got one screaming as loud as she can for literally no fucking reason other than to, I guess, hype up her friend who's being just as, if not more, ignorant than her. The one in the middle is being quiet, so I'm not gonna go at her case too much here yet. You know, she so far she's the best of the three. It's starting to look to me a little bit like this one has something to prove for some reason, and I hate when people feel like they've got something to prove over something so petty. Like, this chick probably just doesn't feel good about herself, and so she's taking it out on this guy trying to make an honest living. This guy, Sub Hakar, from what I understand, is an Uber driver in San Francisco while this whole thing took place, and he asked them to put on masks while in the car. Obviously, we're in a global pandemic. Very deadly virus, you know, it's killed a lot of people going around right now. It's like, what do you have to prove? You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to show? You trying to show that you're cool to your friends here, who are probably just as stupid as you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you trying to prove? You're proving, what, that you're an asshole? That you're inconsiderate? Look, if you're anti-mask, I really don't care. You know, that's your right to believe whatever you want. But when you get in somebody else's car and they tell you to put on a mask, you no longer are at liberty to say, I'm not putting on a mask. At that point, either you comply with the rules that the driver has set for their personal vehicle, or you get the fuck out and walk. Those are your two options. You don't get any other options, you know? If I were doing Uber and somebody got in my car and I was like, yo, bro, can you put on a mask? And they started acting this way, I would not have been patient with them. These motherfuckers would have been arrested. I would have been dropping them off at the police station. Or they would be getting up out of my car. It's that simple. They're not staying in the car, you know? I don't know. This guy, he handled it way better than I would have, for sure.
Fuck you, too. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
My property.
You about to get your ass shit. Now you about to get beat the fuck out. Yeah, now you about to get beat the fuck out.
You gotta love the dum-dum in the left here. Don't put your hands on nobody. Hey, don't be putting your hands on nobody after her friend literally was the one who initiated any of this situation and put her hands on him first. Grabbed his phone as if she was paying the bill and it was her property and pulled it away from him. Keep in mind, while he's doing his job, his phone, he needs that, right? He needs that to map out his route. He needs that to, you know, use the app to pick up new routes and tip and buy things. I don't know. But they use it for that type of shit, right? They use that for their job. For you to grab that from him, not only are you holding him back from doing his job, you're grabbing another person's personal property, taking it from them without their permission, and being a total piece of shit in the process. Keep in mind also, she's the one who grabbed at his arm, shoved him, or whatever she did there with her hand, and he didn't really put his hands on anyone. Like, in this situation, honestly, you could make the argument that he probably wouldn't have been too wrong for, like, grabbing them and throwing them out of the car. He didn't do that. He was pretty patient up until, of course, the fucking ignorance started. And that's where we see ourselves in this situation.
Now you about to get beat the fuck up. What's up?
You don't touch my property. You don't buy it. You don't buy it. I bought it. I work hard for it.
In the middle of nowhere.
Very cohesive arguments, of course, being made by the people in the back seat, threatening to assault this man for doing his job and trying to be a courteous person, and taking his shit and throwing it back at him. Very, very reasonable human beings. They seem like very decent people, and, you know, God bless him, man. He's trying his best, right? You know, don't touch my shit. Don't be an asshole. He's trying, man. Look, you're not getting through to these types of people, man. This type of bullshit that people pull, you're not getting through to them, right? Like, you're wasting your time trying to argue with them or reason with them in any way.
So,
What's up?
So, did it like this?
Kick us out in the middle of the fucking
told you to get out in the gas station. You didn't.
So you can see they really tried to, I guess, fix the situation here. They did their best to resolve this in a very orderly fashion. These three women were very, very nice, I would say. So this man was subjected to slurs. He was taunted. He was threatened. He had his shit thrown, his property taken from him. And, yeah, for what? For like $7 in Uber money? Here's the part I'm not getting, right? Like, once again, I don't care if you're anti-mask or whatever, right? You have the right to be anti-mask. I don't care. I really don't. But when you're in somebody else's shit, you no longer get to make up your mind on whether or not you're following the rules of what they're doing, right? When you're in someone's personal car, that doesn't fly anymore, man. And when you're told to get out, you get out, right? Like, you're done. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for this video, though. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, wearing a mask and not making a big deal out of any of this shit, and signing out.